everybody and welcome back to another On The Table video, guys. So, what are we going to be looking at this week? Well, we're going to be continuing with some more gribbly Tyranid stuff, such as the big flying hive tyrant, the big wingy boy over there. We're going to be looking at some more of that stuff in the form of some Tyranid warriors, which I've got right here. So I've had these knocking around for a long time, and I didn't build them. In all honesty, the only thing that I did was I put some additional carapace onto this so that I could count him as a Tyranid Prime. And just look at the sheen on that. You could almost see yourself in it. It's that reflective. Beautiful, beautiful, glossy blacks. Yeah, so we've got a 2 bone sword Tyranid warrior. We've got a splinter cannon and I think a venom cannon. I'm not too sure on the actual guns. The issue with the guns on these is that I don't really know what any of them are yet. I need to purchase the codex. But like I said, I've had these lying around in a box for years. They were painted as Hive Fleet Behemoth, I think, originally. But they were painted very, very light, so I literally just resprayed them and redid them. So again, as you can see, gone for the xenomorph colour scheme. So we've got those guys there. These guys act as great sign-up creatures. They're quite tough and they're quite scary, especially if you get into combat with some something that's really squishy, like scouts or, I don't know, Imperial Guard or whatever. So we have them. The next thing that I've been doing is some troops, because the side of the army that I'm going for is a bit more of a gene stealer oriented troops choice. My partner in crime, my good friend, is doing lots of gaunts because he has a Tervigon. So he's got to have lots of gaunts for that Tervigon to plop out. And the Gene Stealers, oh, he's drunk. The Gene Stealers actually look really cool with this colour scheme once they're all like together and all in like a big crowd. So Gene Stealers are kind of like the bread and butter of Tyranid armies, I think, anyway. They're just a great shock troop. They don't live too long if you like get them, shot at, but the idea is for them to basically just throw them at your enemy and just say, all right, deal with that, bitch. So we got some painted ones here. So this, as you can see, it's starting to look like a really awesome kind of chitinous, all the, the carapace and stuff, it all kind of blends together in one kind of like awesome scene. Oh no, sorry for that scraping noise then, guys. My light went a little bit funny. There we go. We have them, and I've also got some additional ones here that I've not painted. So this is kind of like the base grey that I keep them at. Oh no, I've lost one. Oh, cockfucker! I've lost one. There we go. There we go. We got lost one here, and then I'm probably going to repaint this guy as well. This guy was my test subject for the colour scheme. As you guys can see, he went too dark. The grey that I chose for the arm carapace and the leg carapace and the limbs, it really didn't lend itself well to having the Tamiya smoke effect on there, and it just went all one colour. So I'll be redoing him in due course. But I was like, I like having, I know Tyranids don't have leader units for troops, they don't have the equivalents of sergeants, but I like to have some kind of difference, some kind of spearhead. So with these guys, let me just move these guys back, I actually wanted some of the old classic Gene Stealers from Rogue Trader. Was it Rogue Trader or the old Space Hulk? The old Space Hulk. When the plastic for them was that weird dark blue, purple, way back. Oh no, it was blue. It was a blue plastic decades ago. Because the difference between them is that these ones have the hard carapace. They have a soft bit in between, and they just look ever so slightly different. So I tried finding them on eBay, and I didn't really want to pay the eBay prices. So I then remembered that I actually had the Tyranid, the Gene Stealer cult half of the Deathwatch Overkill box set, and that actually came with 2 Pure Strain Gene Stealers, which are these fellows here, which are almost light-for-light remakes of those old miniatures. As you can see, they're kind of the squishy segments, above the carapace, and yeah, it's just going to look slightly different, especially when they're painted up as those glowy green kind of effects. I think that's going to be really, really super cool in regards to how it looks. So each one of them are going to be spearheading a certain squad. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I heard someone knocking on the door. That's the second video that's been interrupted like halfway through. I do apologise, guys. I do apologise. So we're going to have these guys, and again, they're in like a little bit of a different. They're a bit more leggy, I would think. I mean, compared to the other ones, are they? Yeah, they got a little bit more slight. In fact, they're taller. They're quite a bit taller. I think it's because the little terrain piece that they're stood on. Or it may not be actually. They might just be slightly bigger models, which is really cool. I like that, bigger and tougher. And they have like some more of the details like down the sides. Like obviously standard Tyranids kind of have these little slits, whereas these chapos here have like the little slits but going the other way, with it revealing more of like the underneath flesh, underneath the carapace, which is pretty cool. And they look really nice. I like the fact they got like little xenomorph mouths, like me, little pinchy mouths here, and the veins as well. They're just a lot more detailed, obviously because they're from the Deathwatch Overkill box rather than just a standard box of Gene Stealers. But again, they paint up relatively quickly, relatively fast. The only tricky thing about painting these guys really is doing the actual carapace. If I had, because again, these were pre-built. If I didn't have them built, I would probably paint the carapaces completely separate and then just glue them together, give them the wash, and that would unify the whole thing. This one's got a squiddy Cthulhu face. You can do some touch-ups on them, like things on the eyes and stuff. But other than that, they're pretty much tabletop ready. Another thing that we've got going on is something akin to some troops as well. Some more troops, which is basically Rippers. Now, Ripper swarms, I'll show you on these Forge ones here. We managed to, well, me and my friend managed to procure these off eBay. We got 3. The other one's gone AWOL somewhere. But obviously they're quite expensive to be using as Ripper Swarms, you know, to buy them from the, you know, straight from Forge World. And you can't really get them from like a recaster site either. As we all know, I don't give a fuck about using recasts. Watch me get dislikes for that now. Oh well. But anyway, so yeah, so I've decided what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and cast these up myself. Because as you know, guys, I've been experimenting the past couple of months on the run up to Chillcon with mould making and various other bits. So I have this one here. These two are actually the ones that I think are going to take best to being recast or remolded. However, this one did have a bit of an issue. I couldn't get the base off it. So I had to kind of like rip it off as much as I can and file it down so it's nice and flat and smooth. But yeah, I'm going to try and recast these so that I can make lots of reproductions of them. So fuck you, Games Workshop. Fuck you. So yeah, that's it really. But aren't these Ripper Swarms cool? I mean, these look so much better than the Rippers that you get with like the Tyranid kit. And this is another thing that fucks me off, right? I wouldn't have to do this. I would not have to recast. This is me justifying me potentially recasting these now. I wouldn't have to do this bullshit, take the time out to learn new skills and to actually rip Games Workshop off if they actually sold Rippers separately. To get a decent amount of Ripper Swarms for a base to look good, you need to buy like 1 million boxes, because I believe you only get Rippers on the Gaunts. You only get Rippers on the Tyranid Warriors, and I think there's another kit where you get Rippers as well. And you get like 1 per sprue. So like 1 box of Tyranid Warriors I think might net you 3 Rippers. Same as the Gaunt, so it's just not enough. If GW basically just brought out a sprue of Rippers, hell, I'd pay like, you know, I'd pay a fair price for plastic Rippers, just like a box of plastic Ripper Swarms. But no, you can't get it. So Games Workshop, fuck you cunts. You're forcing my hand. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, making recasts of your shit, not to sell, for personal usage. So, fuck you guys. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I've rambled on for long enough. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the doobly-doo down below what you think of this video. Tell you what, guys, let's start a bit of a comment debate. What is your opinion on recasts? You know, do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it should be allowed? Do you think it's acceptable based on my current argument or not? It'd be interesting to see your comments in the doobly-doo down below. Don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe. Do not forget to check out the Instagram. I'm more active on there. And the link to the Facebook page is also in the doobly-doo down below. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. See you now and goodbye.